I can hear his voice with the Nick Danger thing. Out of the smog into the fog, relentlessly, ruthlessly.
I wonder where Ruth is. Right.
That's exactly it, and I can hear Lance's voice. That time I heard Rusty, but I can hear Lance saying, "Where's Ruth?" Oh, okay. So New York was perfect for Lance because of the scale of things and the crowds, the number of people. He used to do a little play with our cousin Nancy, a one-line play, and the whole purpose of it was to get a reaction from people. If people looked shocked, that's what he was looking for. And I told this story at the previous memorial service about the train station stories, and Rick and Gracia have asked me to repeat it. And I no longer remember which train station we were in. There's Grand Central and there's Penn Station. I don't remember which is which anymore. But there was a long escalator, very long up and down escalators, and we would go and run up and down those and go down the up and up the down and just have a blast running around. And he would do these different looks. It was just me and him. So he was only trying to entertain me. He would do like a bored look, a determined look, and I think he probably had that all worked out just to keep me interested in the whole thing. We were at I think it was Penn Station. They had this signboard to show the arrivals and departures, and the top and bottom half of each name would turn separately. They were like triangles, and they would turn, and so it would go through different names until it got to the right one. And we were there one day when all the trains were delayed, so it was packed with people all standing and watching the signboard. And the latest train would be at the top, and the future trains would be at the bottom. They would be in chronological order. So when the latest train arrived, everything had to move up. So they would all start turning, and it was a cascading effect down the whole thing, all making this clacking noise and going through these different cities till it got the right one. And when it was finally got cascaded down to the very end, got to the last one, and we had never seen this before, Lance said, "Bingo!" he was entertaining a whole train station. So, and we were at another time. Lance was down on the main floor. Again, the trains were late, so there were a lot of people. And I had gone up the escalator. I was on the next floor up, looking over this wall thing, looking down at him. And the man standing next to me said, "You know, you see some really unusual people in New York." And he pointed to Lance. Thousands of people. And Lance was doing the lean that Rusty was talking about with the upside down pipe in his hand, in his mouth. So, again, he was entertaining everybody. And there was a story that I put on the internet, but it's not the same without the sound effect. And that is, we used to go, every other summer we would stay in Ridgewood and then Madison and then Meeting House. And Rick would be hanging out in the kitchen, wearing a white t-shirt, drinking a glass of water, just relaxing. Lance would come up behind him, and he would take, from behind, he would take his t-shirt and put his head up like this. And then he would go, "Yeah!" And then, of course, he knew he was going to pay for that. But he did it anyway. So, I brought some artifacts. So, this is the Halloween bonfire that we had every year. It was a sleepover on the top of a mountain. And he was a big fan of Keep on Trucking. And this is we did the Pepsi Bicycle Marathon, Bruce and Lance and I, 5-mile loop through Central Park, and you'd see how far you could go in 24 hours. First year, I think we did 80 miles, which the bike is nothing, but it was good for us, I guess. The second year,
With all that training.
the second year, as I recall, one of us got a flat tire. None of us were prepared to fix a flat tire, so we were done. But and this, I think I threw that shirt out, the Pepsi Bicycle Marathon, a year ago. But this is the one I wore the second day. And this is Shalimar, the package store that Lance owned in Queens when he lived in New York, in Greenwich Village. Oh, this is the Apteryx, which was a club in Hyannis. We lived at C Street, 70, 71. Chris and Jean, Gracia, Lance, me. Rusty was there. Frutine was there part of the time. And then this is from his wedding. The champagne. Yeah. Oh. And this is a board game we played at C Street. It's called Feds and Heads.
Swallow a burning joint, go to the free clinic, pay $15.
It's a great night for TV. Go to Groover McTuber's. So I'm glad Rusty remembers that. Oh. This I didn't know this was in here. These are my gym shorts.
Put them on, Steve.
We all wore these back then. Bruce had a pair just like it, and Dave. They were all the same high school. So this is 64. We're at the New York World's Fair. Lanny's not in it, but Gabe and Gracia, me and my mother and Dan. And Lanny's not in that one either. We were not taking pictures. We were not taking pictures in those days. This is me as I was dressed for Lance's wedding. And this is Bruce and Gary. They were the roommates of Lance. So this morning I read all of the emails from the family group going back December, January, and really we should go over them all, but I'm not going to do that.